Okay, we're live. Hey, but welcome back. Welcome back to Saturday. We are doing a Q&A today, and what I mean by Q&A, well, if you have any questions, then you can leave it in the chat, of course, right? But I am answering some comments that was thrown my way this week, and I figure, hey, let's just try to do my best to cover them in the videos, the live video on Saturday. So I think I'm prepared. One of them I don't have the machine, so I'm going to use a schematic sheet to kind of walk through the problem. Um, Actually, two of them I don't have. Two of them I don't have the machine, but we're going to get right to it. So I'm going to try my best not to get distracted here. Okay, let me kind of move some of this stuff out the way, and then we're going to get right to it, man. All right, so it's going to be a Bissell CrossWave, a Bissell 2X, old school 2X, and a Bissell Revolution that I'm going to try to give some answers to. I still have a Dyson I'm kind of looking to unclog, so hopefully I can get to that. I have a Pro Team that don't have any power, but I don't think I'll be able to get to that one today. But man, I would love to do a video on that one because now a lot of the stuff, guys, that a lot of the videos, and just kind of give me a few minutes while I kind of get myself together because I'm still trying to get my chat open. So just in case somebody have something they want to ask me, it's here. So I kind of hope everyone's week went well. Okay, let me see if I can do this. See if I can log in properly here. Okay, so yeah, if you guys are like, if you're anything like me, your week, the weeks seem to go by so fast. I'll be honest with you, man. It's like, you know what I found myself doing? I don't know if it's right or wrong, but my time is so valuable now, and it's squeezed. Like I got to do some kind of time management thing. But the I work. I have my shop. I do the videos. I pick up my son from school. We go to baseball and to cross country and track and all the other stuff. And then, you got your other things, right? But this is something I love to do. So I always want to fit this in. I have to find a way to fit this in. I'm actually thinking of doing three lives a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. But schedule's crazy. But let me try to get my chat to open on one of these screens. So if there is a question, I can at least try to answer it. I don't want to ignore anyone. And if there's no one there, then hey, on with the show. That's how it goes. All right. Um, let's see. All right. Fantastic. I see some of these guys, the shows, and they'll call out to someone, and that person would be updating stuff for them, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. That's cool. That's cool. My son's at the gym right now, so I'm like, okay, what do I prioritize? My son going to the gym and working out and getting, better at his game and stronger. He's with his teammates and stuff. Or do I say, man, listen, you got to be here for this? I mean, I have him doing some workouts later on today. He's helping me with the bathroom. We're doing a remodel, and so he's already doing chores and stuff like that. And I just didn't want to stick him like that. So you could do that. Oh man, I saw. How's this? Anyway, don't worry. I'll leave that for another day. I'm not going to mention nothing. All right. Don't forget, we got a merch store, guys. All right. And you can get your supplies, Kirby supply. Now, look, if I don't have the supply, just email me. A lot of guys, even guys would just email me. They'll use my contact page, and they'll do their best to explain what they're looking for. And if I can get it, I will. I'll just order it. Okay. So no worries. All right. Okay. And if I don't have it, I will send you to. Now, there is a site that I use a lot to help me with schematics. Okay. I order from my suppliers because one, I can get it like really fast. And the second part of it is that um hold on, give me one second. I gotta let my son know that Man. Hey, Manuel. Hey, buddy. Is everything okay? You chilling? Okay. Hey, listen, I am doing a live right now. Can I call you back later? Ethan is at the gym, right? Okay. I'll talk to you soon. You coming tomorrow? Or Monday? Which one? All right, cool. I'll see you. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so oh my God, you should see my two sons, man. These guys are giants. The two little boys, if you ever see my introduction in my channel, them two boys, man, they're giants, man. Oh my gosh. And my wife is like what, 5'5"? I would like to say 6. I'm 5'11". It's like why did I stop there? It just sounds better. I'm 6 feet tall. One lady did a measurement and she gave me 6 feet, and I was like, oh, she said this. I don't know why we have a fixation on that shit. But anyway, okay. So we do our merge. All right, so here, let's start with the first comment and we'll go from there, okay? All right, so let's slide it over. All right, so the first comment, oh, my glasses is ridiculous. Okay, so hello, my shampoo is barely transferring the dirty water to the dirty tank. It just leaks out the bottom somewhere. Now, let's stop there for a second. Let's stop there. Okay, so if if it's leaking out the bottom, let me transfer it over. If it's leaking out the bottom, right? Let me see if I can do something. Give me 1 second for something. If it's leaking out the bottom, guys, you need to find out exactly where. And what I would advise you to do. Let me see if I can do this. So, because I wanna have the comment on the scene as I'm talking to you. So let me see if I can do that. All right, slide over. Okay, here we go. So I'm checking it out. So if it's leaking from the bottom, the first thing you want to do, folks, is to find out if that leak is find out if it's from the front, the back, or the side, because that's gonna help let you know. So what I would recommend that you do is put the unit on top of a table, someplace that you can at least identify where the dripping is coming from. Okay. It may be a little bit uncomfortable or whatever, or cumbersome, but just give it a shot. So what you would do is put it at a level, or you go down to the level. Maybe you can have someone else squeeze the trigger, and then you want to know exactly where the leak is coming from, because that's now going to let you know the next step. Okay. So if it's just like it's leaking and you don't know where, we may be looking at the wrong thing. Okay. All right. So let's move on from there. That's the first part of this thing. Okay. So I just leaked from somewhere. I've taken it apart again, and I get to that stupid hose. Like, make sure it doesn't clog, right? Okay, now there isn't that I can tell, so she can't. There's no clog, all right. There's a mass of fluid that's building up right behind the brushes. Okay, all right. So that's what I'm thinking. I have a hose here. I have a hose here. Let me see something. Okay, so this is the hose for the Bissell Revolution. This is for the Revolution, and the hose, this see if you can see it. Can you see it? This thing is not my friend right now, the camera. Okay, so the hose, this part here is the part that connects to the front, that the water goes in through here. So I'm assuming what she's saying is that there's a buildup right about here of water, or it could be at the bottom. Okay. Um, you know what that's actually telling me? Uh, it's telling me that something is up. Now, if it's leaking, that's a whole nother issue. So all right, let me keep moving. Let's not stop there. All right. Let's not stop there. Okay. So I wanted to see if you think that this could be a problem before I put it all back together again. All right. This is a couple hours ago, guys. Okay, just if it's a pump or motor or whatever, hell is attached to on the other end of this stupid hose. You talk like me. You cussing at these machines, man. All right, and just in case, this is the exact model from the video, and it says also thank you for your channel. Nowadays, everything's so expensive. Channels like this are truly godsend for most of us. Man, that's awesome, man. I'm glad it can be of some help, especially women whose other half is a handyman who understandably doesn't really feel like fixing anything here at home and always just say buy a new one. All right, types of videos have helped. These type of videos have helped me save a large amount of money over the years. All right, channel like yours are truly a godsend. Thank you so much. All right, great. Fantastic. All right, so this is Samantha. My wife's name is Samantha. All right. Well, Samantha, I'm going to try to help you describe this thing. This is what I'm thinking you should do, Samantha. Okay, if you're okay with just trying this again. Listen, I've been frustrated putting the Bissells back together again, take it apart, put it together. I've been through that. Um, and that's how I learn a lot of the stuff I have to learn. And it's so I feel your pain. It's a nuisance. Okay. What I would recommend first is check for cracks in the hose because these hose they're notorious for cracking. Okay, it's the way it is. These they get very brittle and they'll crack. Okay. Actually, you know what? There's a gentleman that wanted a hose. I was looking for a hose, and I let him know. Listen, I'm gonna put this up on eBay later today. If someone wants to buy this, okay? Because they're used. You can't get them new. All right. So there's a lot of people looking for these. I'll put it up. I'm not going to be like ridiculous. There's some people that will sell this for like $100 or something like that, because they know it's not available. So I'll put this up. You go to Metal Vax on eBay. I should you be able to find me Metal Vax. That's me on eBay. Okay. All right. Next up, the next thing I would recommend that you do is you check your tank because let me show you something. Like this is a Bissell Revolution, well, part of the motor. And what would happen is this hose let me see something. Is it? I think it slides in this way. It does. Okay, so you see the screw here? I mean, not screw. You see this part right here? Okay, so I'm thinking this slides up right in here. Let me see something. I've got to be right on this one. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, golly. No, this can't be right. No, I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. It was on the wrong side. My mind was on the wrong side. See that? It goes to the back here. So it fits like this. Okay, shit. Okay, I have to turn it the opposite way when I'm working with this camera. All right, so it fits like this. All right, and then so the suction comes through this vent, goes into the dirty water bin, and it travels and it goes down into here, and it because it's finding this way out. The air is like it's like finding this way out, right? So it goes to the front and sucks in the water. It brings it into the tank, right? So check to make sure that your tank is not leaving air out. Because if your tank is leaving air out, if the let's say for example the dripping is a result of you not having enough suction, okay, it's pulling a little bit of it in, but just not enough to suck it all the way up. And then it all that leftover in the front of your vacuum, it could be dripping out the front. So it could be that your hose is not even the problem. So make sure it's not cracked, okay? But make sure your tank is sealed. Make sure that the flap, there's a flap in the back of your dirty water tank. Make sure that's sealed completely. And to test it, what I would do is turn the machine on, right? And get a plastic bag and just kind of when the machine's running, touch the tank and see if it gets sucked in anywhere on the tank. Even put it around the machine as it's running and see because if the air is escaping, okay? If the air is escaping, it's not gonna give you full suction. Okay. Last thing, it could also be the nozzle. Okay. I have a video on my site called Bissell Revolution Have No Suction. Okay. Now let's say your Bissell's leaking. Guess what you're gonna search for in YouTube? My Bissell is leaking. But the leaking could be a result of low suction. So if it's not sucking properly, okay, then the suction is escaping, and the notorious spot that the suction would escape on that particular model is where the nozzle doesn't snap in properly to that. What I'll try to do is see if I can link the that video after I have to do it after this. Link the video to in the comments or something like that. I mean, in the description to that video because that could also be the problem. All right. Okay. I hope I can. I hope that did it. Okay. Now I have another one. I have another one. I have two more. I have a Bissell 2X. Okay. But before I do that, let's work on this one because I think you guys tired of me talking, talking, talking. Let's do some work on this Bissell CrossWave because I want to show this lady. Let me pull this up. Let me see something. Let me see if I can pull it up. Do I have it? Oh my gosh, I don't have it. Oh no, I'm supposed to have it. Let me see something. Let me close this. Um, no. No, that's not right. Let me see something. Something. All right, all right, all right, all right. Damn it. Let me see if I can find it on my other window here. I'll read it off to you guys. Okay, okay. I forgot her name. I think it's Irene. I want to give her credit for giving this question. And let me move over to the overhead cam and then we can dive into this thing. Okay, so what's been happening is Irene has a crosswave. Let me see if I can explain this right. Irene has a crosswave, and what's happening is that she's starting the crosswave, okay? And the brushes, it seemed like it would start and then it stops. All right. So I'm going to kind of walk you through some of the possibilities that could be causing this. Okay, so let's do that. All right. Um, let's slide over. Okay. So let's get this out of the way. This is this. Let me see if I can pull up this chat just in case someone wants to say what's up. All right. Okay, where's it at? All right, if no one wants to say what's up, it's okay. No one got to say what's up. All right, this camera's following me. Yes. All right, folks, let's do it. All right, so yeah, I have to unclog this, but I'm gonna move this out the way. Where are my gloves at? I don't want to get. I've been I've been really bad at this because, like, when you're in something, you just kind of dive in. Can you see me? Can you see? God, this damn camera, man. This camera is a piece of. And I spent I spent a little change on this damn thing. It's a, you know, isn't isn't it just like isn't it like today? Wait, look, we try to we try to go forward, and sometimes we make missteps, and we make devices, or we change methods because we want to advance. And you make a couple of missteps along the way, and sometimes things are just not. Especially the first iteration. Bissell have this problem also, like a lot of the first Bissells that they put out there, especially when it's a brand new kind of an invention. Let's say they had the cordless. No, they had the corded one of these, right? Okay. And that's why they have a good warranty too. So keep you in mind. Let's say they have a corded one, and then the cordless comes out, and the first 100 people that buys those things, 200, 300, whatever, there's a likelihood, and this is any product. Okay, that's why they have recalls in cars and things like that. It's gonna have hiccups. So that's what I've noticed. So this camera here, it's like, hey, the camera follows you around, and you can stop it with your hand. I'm like, man, okay, I don't know, man. I'm not happy anymore. But I still like the idea of it following me around. It's just that it gets lost. All right. So let's start taking this thing apart. And I'm gonna show you what could be causing the problem, okay? All right. I think this guy has an issue. Let me plug this guy in. Let's see if the issue is the let's see if the issue is the brush. I don't think this guy has a brush issue, but I just want to make sure. Because if it doesn't have a brush issue, then I'd be really able to kind of give you a proper demo of this thing. Let's see if the brushes turn on. All right. Okay. So, all right, where are we? Up top. No, I got a power issue with this bad boy. All right, I got a power issue. Huh. I wonder if it's a cord. Let me see something. No, this is in all the way. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. No problem. Let's take this apart. All right. Hopefully, you folks are still with me. If you're with me, don't forget to subscribe. Do the due diligence stuff. Subscribe, share. All that cool stuff. Thanks. All right. Can you hear me? Hold on. Make sure you can hear me because this mic thing, man. I don't want this thing messing up on me. You can hear me? Yes. Good. All right. Here we go. Let's get cooking. Let's get right to it. I just want to kind of get right to some work. I can share you my views of the week later. Right now, I just want to kind of get right to it, okay? All right. So what I'm gonna do is, guys, I'm gonna take out all the stuff. I just don't want to work with all this stuff on me, all right? Okay. I just dropped it on the floor. Uh, all right. So we're gonna turn this guy. You know what? This light is too bright, right? Is that right? The white looks too bright. I don't know how I'm gonna. All right. You know the reason why I have this white counter part is that I didn't want to dirty up my new counter I just made. Let me get through this. Um, like I just made it, and now it's gonna get all dirty and nasty. It's still kind of bright. That white is still very white, but all right, guys, we'll deal with it. Yeah, we'll deal with it. Man, I thought I got my Phillips and all that stuff already. Here we go. All right, let's take this stuff out. Okay, so we're going. All right, let's take this out. Let's get this off. Okay. All right. I hope you guys had a great week, man. But yeah, my week goes by so fast, guys, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, it could just be my perception of time. It could be because I'm just too busy, and I'm so busy that I'm not stopping to smell the roses kind of thing. And I don't know, that could be it. But man, it's like I turn around and it's Sunday already, you know? It's crazy. All right. Come on, let's get this stuff over. Come on, guys. Let's go. Step on it, step on it, step on it. Step on it. Okay. Okay. All right. There's more. Damn. I've got a million screws. All right. I don't think you got to worry about this. I could be wrong though. If I'm not mistaken, I have a feeling that that one is not a problem. I think it's just these outer. I think it's just these outer stuff. Let's try it. Okay. Let's flip it around. I think I was right. I was probably correct. Might be the front. Let me see if the front is a problem. Let's get this off. Sorry. Let's get this off first. There you go. Yeah. So these you don't need to remove these to get the one and two. You don't need to remove this to get the plate off, okay? All righty. So let's get to it. Let's get this brush out. So let me tell you what I think is causing the problem. Two things. So normally when we take out hair and stuff like that, it's God, you can't see it from this angle. Um Damn, this thing is bright. Give me a second, folks. I'm gonna see if I can kind of lower the white on my on this cam here. Give me a moment. Let's see if I can I can configure this thing a little better. This what I don't like this too bright. It's not I don't like it. Oh shoot, it's not even letting me change it. Brightness. Let's see. I just turned the brightness down a little bit, contrast. Let me see. Uh, okay. All right, let's see. Let's save this. No. No, it's the wrong one. Coño. I'm doing the main camera. Um, okay. Okay. Overhead cam. All right, overhead cam. Let's try it again, folks. Give me a second. Okay. Let me adjust this brightness here real quick. My apologies for the wait. It's just that I don't like how bright this white is, man. It's because you can't see any. Ah, damn it. Can't see anything. I can't fix it. Everything I do is still white, white, white. Okay, cancel. All right, don't worry about it then. I'm sorry, guys, if you can't see anything properly. But what's happening right here is this is the gear. This is the gear. See if I can put it up closer. Damn. You know what? I have another light that's shining, and that light might be causing this problem. Okay, give me a moment. Let me turn this one off. Yeah, let me turn this light off. This camera's gonna try to follow me. Shit. This camera's a piece of work. Wait, 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 wait. Ow. Gotta hold. All right, let me see. Where are you, buddy? Where are you? Where are you? I can find you. I found you. Found you. All right. Is that better? I hope so. Okay, I don't have it. Let me see. Let me open my chat again. Let me see something. All right, no one's talking. All right, so yeah, that's better. That's much better. That's much better. Okay. All right. So now the normal way that we would do it is we'll unclog this. We'll work around this thing. Okay. But back here, you have to see if back here is okay. You see? So this back here can be the problem. And let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. So you may unclog this section here and it looks fine. Everything seems cool, right? But let's get this up. Let's get this up and up. Okay. You know, I saw this I saw this kind of dad joke thing online. And this is how it goes. So she said, honey, I forgot, maybe not be a dad joke, but it's a little joke. He says, honey, I saw a fox um on the way to work. And he asked her, how do you know that he was going to work? I was surprised that I found it funny because it was so kind of corny. So, honey, I saw a fox on the way to work. This is how you know that he was on his way to work. I was just like, you know what? That was clever. Okay. Anyway, okay, so back here, okay? Back here could be your problem could be back here. Okay? Your problem could be back here. Okay. So what could happen is if it attempts to turn and it has a lot of resistance, it may just shut off. Okay? If the resistance is just too much. Now, so the first part, let me see on here, okay? No, I don't have it here. Some of these things you can take the screw out and pop these things out, okay? This particular one looks like you may have to go through the back. Let me see something. And I'm not saying the Bissells, I'm just saying a lot of machines with these kind of gears would allow you to do it from the front. Okay, so you have this little clip here, so you don't want to lose that. Okay. And and what we can try to do is to see if you can pry this off. Like, let me see. You get your screwdriver and you see if this comes right off. All right. And you want to check, where is it? You want to check to make sure it's not melted. Okay. That is still in one piece. Because sometimes the gear could be the problem, folks. All right. And sometimes this thing is melted here, okay, right here, and it's kind of bent because it got the heat melted the plastic around this metal stud right here. Okay, so those are all the things to keep in mind. All right, when messing with this thing here. Okay, all right, and then you can make sure that it just spins freely without any. Just just check the gear and make sure this thing can spin freely without any stop, without any resistance. Okay. All right. So that's that. That's the first part. The second part of this that I think could be the problem. Okay. Obviously, we can't really rule out that the handle, there may be a short up top here, but this is harder to get to the handle than it is to get to where I'm at right now. Okay. This is a lot easier to get to than to, I wouldn't want you to buy a new handle, and because to try to even work on this handle, man, you may end up breaking the handle to try to fix it. Okay. All right. Next up, this part right here. This part can be an issue. This is a micro switch. And this micro switch here, okay, this micro switch, let me show you. Take this out. All right. This micro switch here, what it does is when you recline the thing, it releases the switch. So this kind of switch is like backwards. Like most vacuums, when you activate the switch is when it sends a signal to the motor to turn on. Okay? This one, when you when you move away from the switch, it's almost like, okay. All right, I'm gonna explain it this way. Okay, so normally the micro switch is like this. Let's do it like this. Let's say it's like this. Okay? It's like that. Okay, so when the switch is activated, right? When you press the button, it normally closes and allows the electricity to continue flowing, keep flowing, right? In this case, though, I think when the button is pressed, it releases the switch. Okay. Um, no, when this button is released, my bad. You don't feel like there's a car outside your thing. When the button is released, is when the switch connects. So that's why, because this particular one, let me see, let me make sure I'm right. Because yeah, see, when you push it up, it activates the switch, so it opens. In this one, it opens the connection, so it turns the power off when you go up, and when you come down, it moves away from the button, and then it closes, so electricity can run towards the thing. And I think what's happening is this one is broken. This might be on hers. This might be the problem. So what you can do to test it is just take the head off, leave the brush in, okay, and just play with this. Turn it on, okay, plug it in, and then let go, and see what happens. See if this here is affecting the flow of your brush. That's if, of course, all of these things are fine. Okay? And so if this is fine, then test it like this. Just kind of mess with this a little bit. You don't have to worry about, there's no, this it's fine to do this. Just mess with the micro switch and see if that's causing your problem, okay? And if it's beyond that, guys, if it's further up, now that's where you really have a service issue. Okay? Yeah. I am curious about the power though, man. I'm wondering if it's a cord, but I don't want to use up all that time. Because I did answer the question. How much time do I have here? All right. I did answer that question. All right. I may come back to this to find out the power because somebody might be watching this and saying, "Hey, I wonder how do you solve that power problem?" so so let's move forward with this. Okay, so now for now I'm gonna move forward, and if I have enough time, I'm gonna revisit. We'll take the back of this off, the back panel, okay, and then we'll take the back panel and we'll check the cord and see if the cord is a problem. Why this don't have any power? Okay. Excuse me. So let's move this out the way. All right, let's move this. Let's move this out the way. Okay. You know what, guys? Let me let me show you what I'm talking about. Because visuals are just so much better. Um, give me a second, okay? Give me a second, and I'm gonna see if I can find you a working what am I talking about? CrossWave to show you that demonstrate what I'm talking about. Okay, give me a millisecond, folks. Okay, all right. So I got a CrossWave here. Let me plug this guy in. Let me plug this guy in. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna wait. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm back for you. Okay. Let's make sure I'm back. 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 All right. Let's transition over. Okay. I'm back. So, like I was saying, right? So here's a CrossWave. Okay. And make sure it's want to make sure the brushes are not wet. I'm a little bit. You I don't. Hold on. You just this is my new table, man. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me see if my explanation was correct. So remember what I said about the micro switch, right? So when your micro switch is up, if I turn this machine on, right? It's on. It's going to turn on. You may not hear it, but you'll. It's going to turn on. Okay. You see it just sucking in, right? So it's on. Now when I pull it back, the brush turns on. Okay. So the way this unit is set up, the way this micro switch is set up, is that the moment you pull it back, the micro switch is released, and you hear that click, okay? Or when you put it up, you know. So either way, all right, okay. I hope you get it. All right. Next thing. Next thing is that Hoover, that Bissell 2X. Okay, let's see if I can pull up this comment, and I want to read this thing properly. What the gentleman said about the Bissell 2X is that, um, come on, man, what's going on here? Why can't I see stuff? Okay, all right. What he said about the Bissell 2X. Let me pull up my notes. Not my notes, my comment. This is the comment from my the website. When people go and they contact me through the website, and then it sends me the message, and I do my best to answer as fast as possible. And you know, if it's something, I do my best. Okay, how's that? Okay, so messages. Whew. Oh, thank you very much for the answer. Okay, let's see. Um, okay, no, that's another one. That's a different message. I'm sorry, guys. Um, I need to get to this. Golly. All right, that's not the same one. All right, let me do my best to explain this. Gosh, it's like I hate when I lose my place with that stuff. I had the message. I think it's in my. I think it's in my thing. It's a Bissell 2X. And what's happening is that the water is not spraying when the solution tank is on in the back. Okay. Now, he took it apart, and it's a pain in the ass to take it apart, put it back together, take it apart, put it back together. So I totally know where he's at because the Bissell 2X is the one that did it for me in the beginning. That thing could have made me quit. Okay, it was that bad. All right. So what he did was replace the pump. Okay, replace the pump. But here's the problem with that, right? It's not that replacing the pump is the problem, but he says that the situation is still there. Okay, so now you don't want to go back in again, and then this situation is still there. So how do you diagnose this and save yourself some time? Let's see if I can open this up so we can. I'm pull up a schematic here, okay, and let's do it. Let's look at the schematic, okay. All right. So if you look at if you have a Bissell 2X, this is what it looks like on the inside of this thing. Um, if you look at the front of the Bissell 2X, you're gonna have the spray tips, okay, down at the front. You're gonna have the spray tips. Then the water is gonna flow in its finest way. Okay. Well, actually, let's do this. Let's start from the beginning. Water goes into the tank. If you notice the water tank receiver, and then there's a water tank receiver in the back, and that's for the solution tank. All right. Now, if there's a clog, the clog might be here, but also the clog might be in this junction right here. Okay. It also might be in one of these solenoid valves right here. Well, no, this is not a solenoid, right? This is when you turn the knob at the top and you go from rinks to clean water and stuff. And I think his says it only works when it's on rinks. Okay. That means the solution is not allowing. If you notice, the solution is at the top. Let me show you how this thing works. The solution water goes in and it's following the suction. So it's not going to go to the right. Okay. It's going to go where the suction is calling from. And the suction is calling from the pump. Okay. So the solution is going to follow the suction. Now, if I remember what he said to me, is that when it's on rinks, it sprays the regular water okay. That means the water is being called by the pump, and the water tank is receiving the call and says, "Okay, go." Right. So now the suction, the water is being pulled in. It's following this line. This yellow line goes from the water receiver. It's following that line. It's making that right turn at the end of the block. It hits that little section right there, the smart clean valve. It goes around the valve, goes up, and it goes to that junction where it meets the water solution, and they mix. Now they become girlfriend and boyfriend and all that, right? Now they're mixing up. Now they're together, right? Then they continue to trip down, goes through this little valve here. It says smart clean valve, right? It goes through that. And if you follow that yellow line, it's going all the way to the back of the pump. Okay. Then it comes out the front of the pump, goes into the heater, comes out the heater, and it splits again. And what I think he has a problem. Okay. I think that the either the solution tank receiver, auto receiver, is clogged up, or the junction where it meets the water. I don't think the junction is clogged. I think that it's either it's got to be this because let's say for example a piece of hard okay, in the heater or in the solution tank it gets gummy, scummy gummy stuff, and that stuff can release and and kind of work its way through the system. Okay, works its way through the system, and then by the time it gets somewhere, it can clog. It just get jammed up. So you have an opening, and this stuff is kind of working its way through the system. And if it's small, it can find its way through. Okay, but if it's not, it gets clogged up. Worse if it's like this. If a little tiny part of it goes through, and it's starting to go through, and then it gets stuck right there. Now it's stuck. Okay. Now if you look at that T at the top of the junction, if it was really fully clogged, that clean water wouldn't make its way through. See, that clean water wouldn't make its way through there. That little circle right there. So I have a feeling that either the tank itself is a problem or the auto receiver is a problem. Because if you're getting clean water through, that's what I'm saying. If you're getting clean water through, the pump is asking for the water. The clean water tank is sending the water. Okay. But the moment you turn it on mix, it clogs up. It could be that junction here where it says smart clean valve assembly. Something there could be clogged. I mean, either way, he can't avoid going back into the machine. He has to go back into the machine. So he has to see if the auto receiver is clogged, or he has to see if that junction is clogged. Because if you turn it on mix, and the moment you turn it to mix, damn man. Okay, let me show you how. Do I have a piece of paper? Can I draw? I can draw. Okay, folks. Do you know what I know how to do well? I know how to draw well, but it's not going to look well today because I'm going to rush it. Okay, it's it's not going to look well today. Okay, it's gonna look like it's gonna look like children drawing. Okay, so I don't have nothing hard. I have something hard to press on. Oh man, I got some albums. I don't want to press on my albums. Um, okay, I have this. Hey, see, I got my receipt book. Always ready to sell something. Okay, so let me give you an example. So I'm going to draw what you see there, where it says that clean assembly valve, right? I'm gonna do my best to do a quick little sketch of that, right? So you have this section here, all right, and you have your little deal right here. Hold on, can you even see what I'm doing? Let me see, make sure. Oh my God, it's too. Ay, carajo, it's still too bright. You can't see this. Oh, marker. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, all right, forget it. Damn. All right, forget it. Let me show you this way. Let me show you this way. The knob is like, you see my fingers? You see like one is down and one is here, like that. Okay, you see how? So imagine if I was turning my fingers in in a circle. Okay? And what's gonna and this is and my hand here is spring loaded. Okay? What's gonna happen is as I turn, this will push it down some. It turns again, and it's gonna get in contact with this one here that's hard. This will push it down a little. And let's say this is the longest, and this will push it down the furthest. So as I'm turning, it's boom, 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 boom. It's closing. You understand? And that's what that knob is doing. All it's doing is pushing down on these things on the different turns. They're at different levels. Okay, great. So that means when you when your clean water rinse is on, it has it's only allowing the this water to flow through easy, whatever, right? And then the moment you turn this, right, then it's just allowing the fresh water to go through, and then the other one is allowing the water and the solution to go through. And there's a clog somewhere. Okay, that was too long, but I hope you get it. I wish I had the machine here to show you, but this is my best way to explain to you right now. I don't think you can avoid going back into the machine. You're gonna have to either change that auto receiver in the back, test your solution tank, press that little button at the bottom of the tank to make sure water the solution just oozes out. Make sure that's not the problem, because it could just be your tank itself, and then also the auto receiver. Okay, all right. So that's that. Okay. I have a few minutes left. Do I have my tester? Do I have my tester? Nah, screw it. Let me show you guys. I can't find it right now. Let me show you guys how to unclog this Dyson. Okay. This was another part of my uh stuff to do today, so you might as well go along with me for the ride. Okay. All right. So let's unclog this Dyson. I'll I have a lot of videos where all I was gonna use was a micrometer and just trying to find out if there's continuity with the with the cord, because it might just be the cord. All right, I wouldn't. Okay, anyway, let's move on. All right, let's move on. Hope you guys again. Hope you're having a great week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks, if you're watching this, and we go from there. At the end of the day, we're here to help each other, and that's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, guys. Here's my Dyson. I'm gonna bring back my white. This Dyson's gonna be dirty. I'm gonna bring back my white tape. All right. So let's do this. All right. So I pull this all the way up. I'm going to press this little button back here, this little clip right here. Gonna take this bad boy off. This comes off. I was working on the battery too, so let me pull the battery out because I didn't put the screws back. All right, pull the battery out. What I didn't do was unclog this thing. Let me take this all the way off. I don't want to be messing with this motor. If you notice, I just press this button right here, and that allow me to pull this out all the way out. Okay. Then now we have this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little flathead, and I'm going to kind of just work my way around. I'm just going to kind of shimmy it around like this, and kind of pop. And you're gonna hear the pops, but you have to kind of have a little force to go up as you shimmy it around. Force, a little bit of force to go up, up as you go. Keep going up, and eventually you get it off. Okay. Then we could start seeing the dirt. Okay, but it doesn't stop there. Okay, there's a lot more to do. Not a lot more, but there's more to do. All right. Let me get some of these. All right. So I'm gonna just use a little brush. Use a little brush for this. Okay. All right. Now, the reason why this has to be done, guys, not all the Dysons respond the same way. Uh, some of them, when you turn it on, okay, let's if the if it works really good filter is out, when the filter is out, then there's a clog somewhere. If it could be the filter, the filter could be the clog because sometimes the filters get really dirty. So let's say you put the filter in and it starts going z z z z z z. It doesn't really have a full, because it's trying to take a breath. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just, so it doesn't. So there's lungs that clog, right? So it's either the filter, but a lot of the times, especially if you put a new filter in and it's doing the same thing again, then it's beyond the filter. Okay, and sometimes it's the battery, but most of the time, before you go and spend money on a new battery, check for clogs. Okay? So, yeah, we're good. All right? So let me take these off. You're gonna need a Torx screw. It might be a T8. This is a T10. Let me see something. Eh, it's T10. Nope. I think it's a T8. What is this? This is a T9. Huh. I haven't even noticed that I had a T9. That's funny. This is a T9. So T9 works. Fantastic. I don't know why. Why? Huh. I don't know why I thought it went from T10 to T8, like if they were just doing like even numbers or something. All right. Someone was talking about who was talking about Pikachu? Who was talking about Pikachu? You know when you misremember things, and they were talking about Pikachu, and that Pikachu had a black tip at the end of his tail at one time, and now Pikachu had a all yellow tail, and I'm like, I remember watching that stuff with my kids back in the day. I can't remember if Pikachu is does have a black tip at the end of the tail. It looks like it. Oh, it's crazy. Anyway, I could have swore that I had a moment of seeing Pikachu and wondering what happened to the draw because I pay attention to the drawings. I pay like when I go to a movie, I'm paying attention to the visuals, the lighting, the fight scene. Does it look real? You know, I'm paying attention to the artistic part of the movies a lot of times. I mean, I pay attention to the plot. I'm watching where the plot's going, but I kind of tune into the visuals. You know, some of you may tune into the script, to the way they're communicating. Um, some people listen for the music. You know what I mean? But I have a recollection of wondering if they had just changed the Pikachu design, and I just can't remember if they did or not. So, it's not something I'm fully invested in, but it's not absolutely like out of this world. Like, no, it never had a black tail. I you know what? I would have to have a picture that one of my kids have from like a live picture or a card, um, and then I would know. Then I would know. You know. Those things are fascinating. You just don't go down too deep in the rabbit hole. They can take you too far down. All right. So look at all the dirt. So all this dirt is caked up in this thing. See all that? And the other part of it is the mesh. You want to make sure the mesh is cleaned out, the inside of the mesh. Okay. Sometimes they'll get caked up, so you want to clean that stuff out. And now, if you do all of this, clean this thing out. Okay. Wash it, do all that stuff, wash it, spray it down, wash it out, clean it out real good. And then you put it back together and you do it again and it's still doing, then you just have to change that battery. Okay. Um, I'm gonna have to put it together, but I don't have any time and I'm gonna have to clean this thing. And I'm not gonna be able to do all of that now, but I just kind of want to walk you through that if I can answer that question for somebody. All right, guys. So yeah, I still have a lot of work to do today. Um, and I still have to figure out what's happening with that protein. If you could probably see them back. Can you see them back? Let me see. Can you see the protein? Can you see? The camera's gonna follow. There's a protein right there. Camera's following me. But that's it, guys. I'll be back. I might be live Tuesday again. I might Tuesday because I'm thinking of doing three days instead of two. And I have a lot of machines I'm working on. I'm working with. I'm going to be doing some central vacuum nozzles. I have Hoovers. I got sanitaires. I have big green machines. I got shop vacs. A couple of stuff that I have to figure out to get them repaired. I have a Kirby Heritage. Um, there's a few things. So anyway, I have a lot of. So I'm gonna try to figure out which one I want to make a video on. Okay, guys. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Pass it on or save it for later. Okay, if you want to take a look at this video, and then we'll see you next time. Okay, if you guys have any questions, feel free to share it with me. And if a lot of the times I just answer questions a lot better in a video form than typing out all the options that you can try in a text. It becomes a run-on type of texting, and it's just not as effective as I would like. Okay, folks, see you later. Stay positive. All right, and you know what? I'm gonna give you something before you go. If you hung around this long, you can hang around for 5 more seconds. Okay, it's 4:01 right now on my clock. I had a talk with I had a talk with someone, well, more like a text, and and it was about, I don't want to piss people off, but I don't care at this point because you self censor and then you don't say what you mean and people, and then it doesn't matter, say what you mean and then you take people take you as you are or they don't like you, and that's that. So, excuse me. So I have a take on DEI. I have a take on it. The reason I don't like DEI, right? And this is more of a personal take. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. It's a personal take. I don't like DEI because it eliminates the desire for competition. Okay, something happened with my son's baseball team yesterday actually, and it's the same thing popped up, and I get why they did it because the coach was being good-hearted, and I don't blame him for that, but I do understand the other side of this. And the reason why I don't let me tell you what he did. They were blowing out the team. They were destroying the team. And I guess he didn't want the team to walk away too um, defeated. Okay. So they allowed the team to continue to bat, you know, and have twice as much outs as our team. Okay. So we have 3 outs, they have 6 outs. That does something to the mentality of the losing team. Okay. They didn't just lose, they lost with 6 outs. They were given a crutch and they lost. You understand? Like if you play golf and someone is giving you, let's say that golfer is really good, way ahead. Golf is a little different, way ahead of you because you being slow is gonna hold up not just your team, the people behind you. It's a little different kind of dynamic with golf. So they give you a handicap. They say, listen, man, I'm gonna give you, and it might be betting. I'll give you, you know, 10 strokes, 20 strokes. I mean, whatever they do, right? That's just for these guys. But when you're doing that for an entire group of people, okay? If you say, well, this guy got in because his father, yeah, of course. You think I wouldn't let my son get a position with my company? Don't be an idiot, okay? Everybody. There are people that worked at plants, Ford plants, uh, Coca-Cola, whatever, and they bring their kids in. Okay, it was an American type of tradition thing where people bring their kids in. All right, anyway, but to do that to a group where you say, listen, you're not good enough, and they will mask it in the historical suppression of blah 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 blah. Okay, I don't care if the team lost for the last 50 games. Historically, they've been suppressed, their score. But if you want that team to maintain its competitive edge, don't start giving them free wins. You're going to hurt these people. Okay. And the same thing with DEI. They couldn't understand my take on it. It's like, no, man, you need to fight. You need to find a way to get better at your craft, get better at whatever it is. Okay. Last thing, last thing, last thing. And then we're talking about diversity. I said, listen, America is diverse already. America already is diverse. You can't avoid it. We're always going to get the best talent we can possibly get, period. Right? So rather than put pressure on the schools and the teachers and the families and everybody else to get better, you can't just throw a kid into a college because he's black. And then he gets there and he wasn't really ready for that particular level of college and he drops out. What are you doing to the kid? You're hurting the kid. Right? Um, the last thing was anyway, it hurts people. Trust me. So you think you're helping, but it's hurting. You're making an entire group of people, and those people who think they're helping, we're helping out people. You're keeping them looking down, always looking as if they're not good enough, and they can't make it on their own, and they need other people to give them a head up just so you can get forward. So you think you're helping them, Well, systematic. It's been this way, been that. Listen. Anyway, I'm done with that. I don't want to be too long-winded with you guys preaching and all that shit. It's just that it's. I just realized that it's not good. It's just not good. It's better to be competitive. It's better to dig in. Okay, think about those people in the 40s. The laws were against them, right? The literal law said you can't blah blah blah, and you can't blah blah blah. You can't do this. You can't go here. You can't give them this. You can't give them that. That was a law. Now, when the law says you can't discriminate anymore, that's all you needed. You didn't need nothing else. It's not law, and then the rest competition would find its way to like, listen, like a business owner. Listen, you're not hiring uh, black, brown, Mexican, whatever, girl, women, you're not hiring? So I am. And when this guy sees that, holy crap, this guy's getting some really good results, either that guy will get replaced by someone who's willing to hire those people, or that guy will get smart enough and say, man, look, we're behind. If we want to make this thing, we better start hiring some of these folks. Competition, excellence. That that makes the difference. So don't stop listening to these people. They're really, I'm telling you, they're really keeping you down, man. And I don't want none of these guys whispering in the ears of my kids. Okay, hell no. Anyway, I'm done. I'll see you guys later. See, you stuck around long enough to hear me my craziness. You first I didn't do it in the beginning of the video. I was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't start with that. I can always clip the side out and release the video. Probably should start with my rants. All right, guys, you guys are the best. Thanks for hanging out with me, and come back for more. Bye.